Another Chartner TA video. I'm going to be diving into Chainlink this morning. I do have to go pick up my daughter from school today in Brighton, so I need to get these content out to you as soon as possible. So for now, we're going to be diving into the weekly time frame, and basically what we've been looking at here, I think the last update I did on Link, on the weekly, we was looking at this level of resistance, okay, and we've got this ascending level of support. So basically you're coiling up in something called an ascending triangle where you've got a low, you've come up into resistance, equally the weekly 20, you got rejected, you came back down and you formed a higher low than you did here, okay, and then right now you've come up again and tested the 20, you came back, you found a higher low, okay, so you're continuously putting in higher lows. What we want to see here is Chainlink off of this low here, okay, start to come up and break above the 20, and equally we need to tackle it on the weekly time frame. You need to see a price of $8.76 broken, okay, and that would basically be your confirmation right there that you've got this double bottom, you got this double bottom in an ascending triangle. You're coiling up. If you break out and you back test and say you hold this weekly 20 as support as it comes back up on yourself, okay, and this starts to come down, what you could potentially see here, that is the next target for me would be the weekly 55, wherever that may be, if it's coming down on your head. For me, I think you'd be looking to run up to this sort of resistance area, okay, because this was previous support right here back in February, okay, you came up, you met the 20, you lost that support, so right now you could be getting drawn back up to that, you see, okay, because once you get, especially if you get too far extended from these EMAs, okay, so look at these EMAs right here, you got the 55 and you got the weekly 20, there's a massive gap between them, okay, and the price is really overextended from these EMAs back here in June. So right now you're basically getting a pushback into these EMAs somewhere, looking for a retest of them, a retest of previous support, looking to turn it to resistance, and the 55 weekly coming down. So there's a big decision to come if we do get this breakout to the upside, okay. If we do get this breakout to the upside, okay, and you start to get squeezed back into these EMAs, because they're like magnets. When you get too far extended, they drag you back up to them. Okay, they drag you back up to them. So when you're too far extended, okay, and this big gap is occurring, you are likely to sort of come in and try to fill it at least, or meet these EMAs as they start to curl back in. And if we did see, these EMAs start to curl like this and curl back up, and this start to come back up, and you got a price, you got these EMAs basically coming together, and they start to squeeze. You get expansion and a breakout, okay, and then I think you'd be caught between the EMAs, coil up somewhere, and then look for a breakout to see if you're going to either come up and retest the 55 and break it as resistance, or if you're going to come back and lose this ascending level of support that you was previously holding. So there's a lot at stake here. But for me, it's a potential look for this breakout. Okay, hold this ascending level of support. As long as this ascending level of support holds wherever it is, if it comes back down to it right now and it holds it, okay, as long as it holds and you start to see closes above the weekly 20 EMA, then you're looking for the breakout. Now, I haven't even given you the target. I'm sorry. The actual target of the breakout, okay, would be from the neckline to the level of support. Okay, and you'd be looking at a rough breakout target of around $13, okay, which is a long up from current price of around 79%. But if you want to wait for the confirmation, all you have to do is see the weekly close above $8.60, I think I said it was, and you're looking at a 58% long up there. Not financial advice, but that's just off that technical pattern, that breakout pattern. But for me, again, if that didn't play out, but we still broke out, for me, the minimum target, okay, within this breakout, okay, within this ascending triangle, okay, if you started to break out, the minimum target for me, if you broke $9.41, okay, if we broke $9.41, you're looking for a push up to $12.30, and this weekly 55 as it's coming down on your head, okay, so you start to break above the 20, okay, that starts to come down, you break above it, come back for its support, and then push up to that 55 at $12.30. For me, that's a bit more of a realistic price, okay. This ascending triangle is a large ascending triangle, but I think you're going to meet resistance along the way, particularly old areas of support back in 2021. Okay, so for me, 1618 at a minimal, I would say the 1272 at $10.64. So they're the upside targets to look out for, guys. Keep them in your charts, get the fibs on, $12.30, and I think the breakout, as I said, to be fair, I think we should go from there to there. Yeah, sorry, I think we need to go from the first level point of resistance back down to the level of support. Okay, and the breakout is at the 1618 at $12.30. I think that's the breakout target if we start to close above this weekly candle here where this close was, and i.e. the 20 EMA. So that's the upside targets for you guys, okay, holding support. But if there was a downside target, and right now this is, okay, we've come up to this high, and from this high right here that we put in, which is $9.50, we're retracing back down to this low. Okay, so if this is the negative run, we're getting hit by this 20. This 20 keeps coming down. If we fail to break the 20 and keep hitting our heads on it, and we come down and lose this low here at $6.31, okay, and worse off if we start to come down and lose $5.25, then your technical targets for me, and you start to do something like this, you come into the EMAs, but you get rejected again, you roll below it, hit your head on that. My minimal targets for you guys are $4.50 to $3.62. Okay, and that's the bearish scenario. That's the bearish scenario on the weekly time frame. On the weekly time frame, that is the bearish scenario. Okay, because if you start coming down and losing, as I said, if you start coming down here, losing this low, okay, turning that into resistance and retesting this area here, okay, and potentially running into resistance and losing it, then your minimum targets, as I said, guys, are down here between $4.50 and $3.62, okay, because you're losing key support and the June lows that you put in the 13th of June there. So yeah, guys, that's a quick update today on Link. I hope you enjoyed today's content. Look for this ascending level of support. You need that to hold, and equally you've got a weekly level of resistance that you need to break out to get your confirmation, and close above the weekly 20 to get the confirmation of the retest of the 55, and i.e. the breakout of this ascending triangle. So yeah, that's a quick update for you today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the content. If you did, please do like, comment, and subscribe. From Chainlink TA, until next time, peace out.